Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Yeah, Solana is probably around about 60% there with the right shoulder of this inverse head and shoulders pattern that we've been tracking here on the 1 hour chart. It's basically just playing out. Remember what we talked about. This as a neckline of an inverse head and shoulders. Price did get into the target range for support, is now trying to leave it. Okay, we're already trying to leave this turning space, this turnaround area, this trend reversal area. Let's see if it's sustainable. In the next step, in the white wave count, it would be ideal if the price reaches that neckline again. To be honest, it's not so much actually at $20.20, it's more at $20.60, the previous swing highs here. That's basically the neckline for this inverse head and shoulders pattern, and the breakout could take us next to resistance, which is quite meaningful, here at $22. We have two wave counts here. For first of all, the white wave count. The white wave count, you can count that as a 1-2, 1-2 setup. And explain to you that, yeah, in my opinion, we can give it the chance as long as the $19 level holds to move up in this scenario. I have to say, though, that it's also possible to count this as a leading diagonal in a wave 1. So a 5-wave move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a possible interpretation. You can even count the subdivisions in a different way. Then, of course, it could come down a little bit lower. But for me, the line in the sand is this swing low here, yeah, which is the $18.60 level. So if the price breaks below that level at $18.60, I think even in a scenario where we have a head and a leading diagonal, it's not going to play out, right? It's going to be difficult. We'll see. I mean, there's always a way. I will keep you updated about that certainly. But at the moment, I'm observing here the short-term potential in this 1-2, 1-2 setup. It's not high confidence. It's not a high confidence setup. We don't really have many highly reliable setups in the crypto space at the moment that from a long trade point of view, right? We have some short trade setups, or we had some over the recent weeks, but now we are, when we talk about many coins, quite deep in support already. Okay, so, you know, we're sort of now in a very difficult situation where we had quite a few short trade setups in recent weeks. And looking at the altcoins, Solana is now quite deep in support as well. So obviously any short trades will possibly not have the best reward to risk ratio. Therefore, we start looking for long opportunities. There is one, but it's only going to be a highly reliable scenario if the price rallies in 5 waves above resistance and then in 3 waves down. Then we've got the next high probability setup, okay, which would be suitable, I guess, for most people who want to trade these swing trades. At the moment, there is just not much going on. But bear in mind that also this is a larger, it depends on your time frame. On the 4-hour chart or daily chart, you could say that this is actually a larger trend reversal area here in which we are. And as long as the price stays below, above $15, this scenario is valid where the price can rally in a C wave higher. Depends on the time frame. The approach is here to have this area listed as a larger area of support somewhere here. Looking at the bigger time frame, wave count turnaround is ideally going to happen. And we are using the smaller degree wave structures to understand when it could happen. And we had the break here, a break above the trend line. And however, it's not showing us a clear impulse. What it's showing us is either a 1-2, 1-2 setup, which is too small to be reliable, or a leading diagonal, which is also not great. Okay, so therefore we need to see for real confirmation the price is bottomed here. We need to see those 5 waves up, 3 waves down. But there's a breakout point at $20.60. At this stage, it can still easily fail. And I think a failure will get more likely below $19 and then below $18.60, the previous swing low. Yeah, I think it has failed. Would then target the $17 level next. Yeah, so at the moment, I am fairly neutral about both scenarios, to be honest. I can only highlight here the reward to risk ratio, basically, that is quite favorable for a long trade, in my opinion, in the orange support area. It's just not a very high confidence setup. Yeah, we don't really have these at the moment in crypto. They will only occur most likely after the next 5-wave move up of a decent wave degree and the 3-wave pullback, as it's listed here in the wide wave count, which is pretty much in line with Bitcoin's wide wave count. So if that plays out, this could play out as well, even though you see some more short-term strength on the Solana chart than on the Bitcoin chart. So would not be surprised if Solana suddenly starts to move a little bit independently, which it has done before, which other coins have done before. Okay, so yeah, this is still there, and it's sort of continuing to form. That's obviously what we've been observing over the recent week already, recent weeks. There's just sort of this last 40% of the right shoulder missing. And then let's see. I mean, this could get potentially exciting. Again, it's a bit too early. Again, I said yesterday in the video, I still slightly prefer another low. But as an analyst, obviously, I'm pointing out the potential here that I see, but obviously don't have the crystal ball. But I slightly prefer another low because that's also what I expect for Bitcoin, for many other coins. And the structure is just not very convincing yet. But as soon as we have 5 waves up, 3 waves down, this would be the next really good setup in my opinion. Okay, at the moment this is okay, let's see. People who might be more risk averse might want to act on it. I don't know. But it's not trying to leave that area to the upside. And if it continues to push, there's some micro resistance here now, really micro resistance on this chart at around $19.80. A break above that level could likely send us to $20.20 next, but only that needs to break first. Yeah. That's my update about Solana. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.